That is. Woo! Is the Holy Spirit in here? Or is it just this wing? Ah!
What's up, everybody? I'm Zach Wadley, and this is AU Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm joined today by Nii Abrahams. Nii, thanks for coming to the show.
I'm so excited to do this.
Yes.
Let's make it happen.
Episode 2 of AU Hot Ones. We've got Nii here, the Director of Orientation and First Year Experience.
Let's go.
Came here to AU a few years back. You're the Director of Undergraduate Admissions, now moving into a new role, and so students, you'll be seeing a lot of Nii throughout the year.
Whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
I'll be around.
Right, and so we figured, why not get to know the guy
Let's
over
do it.
some hot wings here?
Nothing better to my heart.
How you feeling before we dive in?
I feel good. I feel a little overconfident.
Okay.
I'm an Enneagram 3, and so if you know anything about that, then you know that in my head, I think I'm going to win this, but I am seeing all these wings and these sauces, and I'm getting a little more nervous.
I would say, if you've watched any of the YouTube show, and you know, pretty much every time people get humbled on this show.
Yeah.
This could be an exercise in humility today.
Lord help me.
So, well, hey, why waste any time?
Let's do
dive
it.
right in. First
Perfect.
wing, my friend. I'll give you a look at it here.
Classic.
Yep.
Cool, we can do that.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's do it. Okay. You are not a native of Indiana.
I'm not.
You've moved here, you've become a Hoosier.
Yep.
What do you think a Hoosier is? What are some Hoosier things to do, and do you feel like you've done it?
Still have no idea what a Hoosier is. I assume it has something to do with basketball, but I've literally no idea what a Hoosier is, and people are really proud of being a Hoosier. Some Indiana Hoosiery things I've done. I've been to the State Fair.
That is super Hoosier.
I've been to St. Elmo's.
Okay.
I've been to a pitch-in. I know in Missouri we call them like, I don't know what we call them. We don't
Like
call
a
them pitch-in. A
potluck?
potluck.
Yeah.
We call them pitch-ins. I've been to, it's like a senior and they graduate. What do we call them?
A graduation party?
Yeah, but they call them something different here. Open house. Been to an open house. That's a thing. Didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know we were so different here.
You guys are very strange. And you also like to put things in your mac and cheese. And
Yeah.
so I've had that. So yeah, those are some
What
of the
about
Hoosier
a
things I've done.
tenderloin?
Ooh, have had a good tenderloin.
Okay.
Have had a good tenderloin. Yeah.
I deem you then a Hoosier,
I don't
whatever
know.
it might be.
I don't know if I'm excited for
Yeah.
that or not.
Let's move on to number 2.
Okay.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Little jalapeno for you. Made in Texas. You can see about
Okay.
halfway up on the spice.
I could do
here.
that.
Are you usually a spicy food guy?
I am a spicy food guy.
Okay.
So far,
You're built for this.
I'm built for this.
Okay.
I'm about to get humbled.
So I was reading your bio,
Okay.
and you and your wife live in the Fishers area,
Yep.
stone's throw from Indianapolis.
Yep.
And I saw one of the things that you guys enjoy doing, which is also something that I enjoy doing,
Okay.
is looking for the city's best donut
Ooh,
shops.
come on now.
So, what are some you've been to, and what would you say is the best donut shop in the Indianapolis area?
If you ever want to give me a donut and be friends with me, my office is in Student Life. Come give me a donut, we can be friends. Favorite glazed donut, Long's Donuts. Can't beat Long's.
The best.
Literally cannot beat Long's.
Cash only, cheap.
When you know it's cash only, that's when
Yep.
you know it's real.
Yes.
Okay. I also love Tim's Bakery in McCordsville. Really good. Family owned, whole 9 yards. Titus Bakery, Westfield, also really good. And basically, if it's like a first name or a last name and a bakery or
Yes.
donuts, that's it.
Yes.
Like that's all I need. I don't need all these different, I don't even like the Amish donuts that are like now popping up. I just give me Long's, give me Tim's. Jack's is good. It's like second tier, like when you can't get to Tim's because it's closed.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, those are my favorite.
Let's move on to number 3.
Okay.
We're talking a little Cantina Royal,
Okay. Ooh,
spicy habanero and manzano chile.
fancy looking sauce.
Yes, a little runny on this one, so I kind of dumped a lot on the wing.
Sweet.
Best of luck,
Perfect.
friend.
Oh,
Nothing too spicy yet.
No,
though.
but that's good.
Yeah, it's actually, we're enjoying ourselves right now. This one though, I feel like after you swallow it.
Kind of kicks in a bit.
Okay, so As I mentioned earlier, you started in admissions.
Yep.
And
Started admissions.
now you're moving over to the director of orientation and first year experience.
Yeah.
What attracted you to the first year experience?
You know, I love, like, one of my life mantras is like creating spaces for people to feel loved, valued, and seen. That's just something that, like, for me and my wife, is something that matters a lot to us. And so the idea of being able to lead freshmen and commuters and transfer students to make sure that they have a seamless first year experience at Anderson, to me is like a dream. Like, I know, especially for like most incoming freshmen, you're coming from high school where like 10 seconds ago you had to ask to use the bathroom, and then like all of a sudden like you're like expected to be an adult. And like that's such a weird transition. And so I'm excited to kind of like help be a bridge for students, because I feel like if you can get freshman year right, it's gonna make your last 3 years like 50 times easier. So
no doubt
that's why I'm really excited about it, and that's really what attracted me. I love admissions, but I felt like in admissions, sometimes it's hard to build relationships with students. So like I would see students that I helped like recruit to come to campus, and then like I'd see them, but I didn't really have much of a relationship with them. But now I actually get to have a relationship with students and work with some incredible peer mentors, and yeah, I'm really excited.
All right, let's move on. Number 4 here, Los Calientes.
I feel like now we're starting to.
Yeah, I felt the third one after I swallowed it.
And honestly, I have to say, you are a champ, because we're only doing this once, and you have to do this every single time.
Yeah, you know, you come here and people just, hey, you should do this.
And here you are. Here you are. Right? This wasn't in your job description, was it?
It's for the good of the group, you know? So,
all right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Student orientation coming up in August, and it's a really interesting time because you got a lot of people coming. There's so much that they need to know, and you don't really have that much time to explain everything, right? So, in your mind, what are the keys to a successful student orientation?
So, and there's kind of 2 parts to it. So there's like the welcome weekend component, which is usually a lot of people call it orientation, and then there's like orientation, like the concept of like transitioning. Either way, for welcome weekend, I think the biggest thing is just like have fun. It's gonna be overwhelming. There's gonna be a lot of things going on, but the best thing you can do for welcome weekend is just to be all in. One of my biggest pet peeves is when students think they're too cool for school.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, oh yeah, like I was all state in this sport, and so like now I'm like way cooler than you. I'm like, I don't care, right? Like the point of college is to have fun. The reality is every single person, hear me out, every single person is nervous, right? Like, it doesn't matter what school you came from, doesn't matter if both of your parents went to school, doesn't matter if you've never gone to school, if you have parents that have never gone, everyone's nervous. Some people are better at hiding it than others. And so I just want to get to a point where all students are comfortable saying like, hey, I'm nervous, but we're gonna kind of like move past that. And honestly, I think if we can own that and be vulnerable in that, I think that makes for a better orientation weekend, because then you can start from from an expectation of like, I don't have to have it all together. I don't have to look or be the coolest person. I can just like enjoy my experience. And I really think that like that's what makes the best orientation and transition. And then kind of what you were saying earlier, like being willing to make friends. Like when I was in school, one of my closest and best friends my freshman year, I sat next to her on a bus, and she like saw something I was wearing and then was like, hey, well, me and my friends are going out to dinner at the dining hall. Do you guys want to come with us? And then we all became best friends, literally out of that. Like sometimes it's an elevator. You just have to be willing to just like be the first one to say like, hey, what's up? And then you never know what friendship will come from it, you know?
Yeah. How we feeling after 4?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, we're starting to get pretty hot.
Now,
it's after you.
Yeah, no, definitely. You like start the tingly
when you're talking. Yes. All right, we'll move on. Ginger goat. I know you had some reservations about this one.
So I saw you do this with Melissa Bond.
Yeah, she hated it.
She hated it. Just the sound of it, like, have you ever imagined like eating something called ginger goat? I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, a little yellowy. Let's dive in, huh?
Cheers.
Okay.
Kind of curry-esque tasting.
It is. I don't know about you, but left a little hint of yellow on my plate there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I got a photo here.
Oh gosh, I'm so nervous.
I want to know the story behind it. So, what we've got, and for those who can't see,
I look so lame. I'm not even gonna lie.
Still rocking my dad's first big purchase in the U.S., never letting it go.
Yeah.
So tell us a story here.
So outside of me looking lame, for those that don't know, my full first name is Nii Abrahams. Nii is what everyone calls me because it's easy. But my parents are from Ghana, born, raised, and married, and moved to the States in 1990. I was born in 92, landed in Missouri by the time I was like 7 or 8. But yeah, so like I come from, like I'm an immigrant family. Like we grew up in a very African household. Most of my family still lives in Ghana. We're actually gonna be going there next summer.
Very cool.
Yeah, so this was a jacket. You know how like fashion goes in and out of style, right? So this was a jacket that I used to wear, stopped wearing, wore it again, and then like now it's like back in style, like kind of bomber jacket. And I was talking to my dad about it, because I sent him a picture of it. He's like, I didn't even know this until recently, that this was actually my dad's first like big purchase in the States, which I just think is really cool to like still be able to like, that he still has it and that like I'm able to rock it now. I don't know, I just think it's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Halfway through here.
Halfway through.
Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Woo, let's go.
The 6. Tikhat masala.
No.
High desert.
High
okay?
desert.
And this says heat rating 8 to 10. So we're really getting up there.
Now we're getting there.
I don't know about you, but this is a pretty big wing.
This is a fat one. All right. Club?
It's game time. Okay. Let's play a game. I know
Okay.
that you.
We're getting there.
We are getting there. I know that you enjoy yourself some Christian music, and I know that you can go back a few decades and talk some Christian music, right?
I can.
Okay, good.
I can.
So here's the game that we're gonna play. I've got a list of Christian artists.
Okay.
Your job is to tell me if they did or did not attend Anderson University.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we have a pretty impressive list.
Yeah, I
this
know. It kind of
university.
confuses me, to be honest.
Yeah. So, okay. First up,
Okay.
don't know if you've heard of the band 10th Avenue North.
Yes.
Jeff Owen. Did he attend here? Did he not?
10th Avenue North. I'm gonna say no.
He did.
Stop it.
10th Avenue
Really?
North is a big deal now, too. I mean,
Yeah.
So yeah, Jeff Owen attended Anderson University.
Wow.
Okay, next one. I think I'm throwing you a softball here. John McLaughlin.
Definitely went here.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
everyone
that.
knows
Everyone
that.
knows.
Yeah, this is my,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Yep.
Here's a good band from the past.
Okay.
Jars of Clay.
Great band.
Charlie Lowell. Did he attend? Did he not?
Did not attend.
Correct. He
Yes.
did not.
Okay.
Okay. I think on my personal Mount Rushmore, this guy belongs on there. Stephen Curtis Chapman. Did he attend? Did he not?
Rumor is he attended for a semester.
Yes. He did attend.
Really?
Yes, he did not graduate, but he did
I didn't know if that
attend.
was actually true or not.
Yeah, it is. So he was
Saddle
here.
up your horses.
He's got some of the best stuff. He defined a decade.
He really did.
Yeah. Here's another one. Libby Hodges from Jump 5.
Stop it. If she went here, I'm gonna go crazy.
I would have too, but he did.
She didn't. Okay. Jump 5 was my
They
jam.
were. They did all the flips and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
I low-key secretly always wanted to be either a Disney Channel star or like in Jump 5.
Amazing.
Does that make me cool? I don't know.
The 2000s kid? It should.
It should. That's what I'm saying.
Last one here.
Okay.
From the Sidewalk Prophets. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Good
yes.
band.
Good band.
David Fry. Did he go here? Did he not?
Yes, I do know that Sidewalk.
Yes.
Someone from Sidewalk Prophets was here.
It is him, David Fry. He
Man.
is an Anderson University alum.
Hey,
He did
you.
pretty good. He only missed one on the list.
Hey, when it comes to contemporary Christian music from the late
You
90s
know
to
your
early
stuff.
2000s, I know my stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, who's going to be next to add to this list? Could be somebody walking the halls right now.
Could be you.
Yes.
Could
That's
be
why
you.
you should meet people at orientation.
They could get famous.
Right. You never know if you'll start a band and end up, on the top of the charts.
Or end up marrying someone in a band. We're okay with that too.
It's perfect. Okay. It's the real deal now, my friend.
Now
Look at
we're-
these. The red color that just tells you your nose will be running. All that stuff.
I'm trying to, my Ghanaian roots, I need to come in.
Yes. Bring them in.
Bring them in.
Hotter than L. Love burns.
Clever.
Love can burn.
Love can burn.
Yep.
Been there.
Number 7. Here we go.
This is a fat wing I
Yeah.
have. Sweet,
won't
bro.
lie, when
Thank
I,
you.
When I did those.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, I was like, we can eat that one.
Here goes. And I'm eating. By the way, this is how you eat a wing.
Yeah,
I know some of y'all
cleaned
be.
it.
I know some of y'all be doing boneless wings. Get out of here with that. You clean it off. Okay.
You're remarkably clean for
Thank
cleaning
you.
a wing.
I
off,
don't
too.
play games.
It's impressive. All right. talked about your Ghanaian culture, but what do you want AU students to know about the culture and why you are who you are, and you know, what's that played a role in your life?
That is interesting. So, background, I come from an African family, but I grew up like in an all-white area most of my life. So it's this weird balance of like learning who you are. I think everyone goes through this, right? No matter where you grow up from, or where you grew up in. I remember the first time listening to like anything that wasn't contemporary Christian Stephen Curtis Chapman was when I was like 16. I got my car for the first time, and I remember hearing Coldplay, and I was like, "Am I allowed to listen to this like in my car?" You know, and it's like Coldplay. So I think for me, it's just like a reminder, right? When I went to Missouri State, I have friends that grew up in Kansas City and in St. Louis and different parts, and it's just really funny because when you think of like, at least for me in my context, you think of like the quote unquote Black experience, and it's so different than what you have a natural tendency to think, right? And so I always wrestle with that of like, what does it mean for me to be Black, but growing up like in an immigrant family and being an all-white area, but then also like, I do have a real passion to make sure, especially all students of color, feel like they have a place here. And so I think the bigger conversation is really just like learning to be comfortable in your own skin and who you are, right? Ghanaians are very prideful. We love playing soccer. If you want to play soccer with me, I'm down. I still play.
You got any game?
Oh, I got game.
Okay.
I got some game. I'm waiting for someone to ask me to be on their IM league.
Oh.
I've been on IM team so I can work some fools.
This is a pitch, folks.
Hit me up. I'm a free agent.
Okay. What do we think here?
It's good. It's hot. It's good. We got a free lunch out of this, so hey.
Well, we're moving on to number 8.
Hi.
If you've ever watched the show, this one usually elicits some of the biggest reactions. The Bomb Evolution hot sauce. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this one's tough.
This is where it gets.
It's tough. Yeah.
Okay, let me get a little water here.
Yeah. Take your time. I made you talk, and you weren't able to eat that wing, so.
It's funny because it's like, you know how you need oxygen to fan the flames?
Yeah.
I think when you talk, the oxygen just keeps the burning going.
Yeah, I'm just tingling all
You're just tingling, you know? So sweet. Okay.
I want you to know, look what I did myself.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, there's a big boy.
Thank you.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh. Man.
It is the bomb. Why are my glasses foggy?
I'm drooling. Okay. So we know that you and I don't know if your wife was a part of it, but I know at least you were a part of a church plant.
Yeah.
What's that journey been like, and why is that important to you?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm licking this off as if I need more of this in my mouth.
Bold move.
So.
Dunk them in the water.
Oh man, hold on. Let me just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have chocolate milk.
Woo.
Chocolate milk. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me get one more sip of this, and then.
Now he's good.
Now I'm good. Just gotta coat that. Okay. So August, a little seed or something went down the wrong. Hold on, I gotta do one more. I'm sorry, this is so lame of me.
I don't think it's lame. I think it's very human of you. As the sweat beads form on your
Right. So, my last year of grad school, 2015 to 2016, I had a friend who basically was like, hey, do you wanna help start a church? At first I said no, because I thought it was really lame. But then afterwards I was like, you know what? I definitely feel like this is what I'm called to do. So, me and 3 of my friends packed up our stuff, didn't even have a job, moved to Fishers, so that's why I moved here.
Oh, wow.
Whew. Yeah, we're good now. So, that process has been unbelievable. It was really difficult. But I'm doing life in ministry with my best friends. So it's called Parkside Church. We meet at a junior high in Fishers. A lot of young adults, been a lot of fun. And it's just been an incredible process.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
2 left. Can you do it?
Yeah, I understand why the bomb, like, that stops a lot of people.
It's not really that good of a taste.
It's really not. No. It's just like, can I slap you in the face with hot?
And that's the other thing. Yeah. If we're gonna be hot, we should at least enjoy the taste, you know? Mm-hmm. But we didn't even do that there.
I don't know. Melissa did it last time. She's impressive. I don't know.
She was super. She was making me feel like, I was like, I gotta step my game.
I know.
Because she's not really doing anything.
She's just chilling.
Yeah. So now we're gonna do what I think is coolest name, Scorpion Disco.
Fun name, destructive results.
Right? Yes. So, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. I'll let you swallow one time, just so you really get it. Oh, man.
There's a scorpion dancing in my mouth.
Yeah, and I don't like it. So you're from Joplin, Missouri, and
hold on. I feel like something just like pierced the back of my throat. Okay, go on.
So, Joplin, Missouri.
Yep.
For those, maybe this is why you've heard of Joplin, maybe you don't know, but
the only reason you may have heard.
Yeah, 2011, truly horrific tornadoes came through the town and wiped out much of the town. It was really one of the saddest stories of the last decade.
Yeah.
But you were there, and I know that you and your family were part of the cleanup and some of the efforts to help people get back on their feet. How did you see God work through what was really a terrible time for a lot of people?
Yeah, not to make this into a sermon, but I do think that one of the coolest things I love about God is sometimes in life there are things that happen to us that are bad, that either we control or things that we can't control. And I think one of the biggest life questions, especially when it comes to God, is like, why do bad things happen? Well, there's a lot of, I guess, theological reasons why, but I think at the end of the day, it's just like, sometimes things just happen. And the really great thing I love about God is that he takes those situations and the beautiful things can still come out of it, right? No seasons wasted. And so Joplin was really unique because it was the largest tornado in history, in US history. Over 100 some odd people passed away. Much of the town was destroyed. But at the same time, there was a sense of community that emerged from Joplin that I really think has set Joplin in a really unique path. Revitalization's been incredible. I'll never forget, we were helping clean up the next week. We're literally just going house to house, picking up trees and debris, and people coming from Texas, literally like with like a full grill in the back of their truck. Just like, hey, we're offering like free burgers, hot dogs to anyone helping. I'm not tearing up from the story, but because of how hot this is. But I say that because you could see God bringing people together in a really unique way. And that was just a really cool experience to see and to be a part of, and to like my friends that are still there, like watching them now that, that was my end of my first year of college. So like watching my friends now like stay there and have families there and like be a part, like it's been incredible.
Okay, my friend, we have reached the end, and this has been a hot journey. I don't know.
I'm literally just kind of tearing out my own life.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you might have just played a soccer match. Now, typically you do one more dab at the sauce. Yeah, one more, right?
Dab. I'm so lame, honestly. I just lost a lot of points.
Will you join me in doing
Dab it up.
One more dab.
Let's go.
Now, last time, Melissa, we dabbed up each other's. You talk about losing faith. I don't know if I can do that again. Okay.
We'll dab our own. We'll dab our own.
I'll let you go first. So this is it.
The last dab, Apollo.
The last dab.
I don't even know what Apollo pepper is. I'm nervous. I'm gonna get like a little too much on here.
Is this the hottest thing that you've ever?
100%.
Yeah. It's not even close for me.
How is that?
I think that's good.
Okay.
I'll try and match that. I thought like a blazing wing at Buffalo Wild Wings, like.
Oh, this is like.
It'll never get hotter than this.
It does.
It does.
It does, my friends. It really does.
Here's the problem. I've realized that when I eat hot things, I've realized I kind of shake a little bit. And so I'm really.
You're just kind of like.
Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on not shaking out too much of this. Okay.
Well, considering how much you put on yours, I think I think you got one.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Spread mine around a little bit.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. That is. Woo! Is the Holy Spirit in here? Is it just this wing? Ah!
The worst thing you can do is kind of inhale with the wing close to your mouth.
I just did that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, final question. And really, maybe this isn't even necessarily a question, but you are the director of first-year orientation. You have all these new students coming to campus. This could be a big year post-COVID. Get back to normal.
Yeah.
So this is your movie moment to pump up the freshmen, the transfers, all the commuter students, all them. Look into the camera. What's your pregame speech to them? If we were in the locker room right now, what would you say?
Don't do the hot wings challenge with Zach. Okay. Go ahead, hold on. Look at me. We are one. Hold on. No, here's what. Okay, sorry. Okay.
You're fuzzy.
I need to dab up my forehead real quick.
Woo!
How am I supposed to give a speech after this?
That's the game. That's the game you chose to play.
Your freshman year can be one of the most transformative times of your life. The question is, will you allow it to be? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself? This is my challenge to you. Get involved. Get connected. You are not too cool for school. God bless, and go Ravens!
Wow. We can run through a brick wall now.
I'd like to.
All right. This was great. I can barely talk.
Oh my gosh, that was
What are you feeling?
lots of emotions.
Yeah.
It's just like doesn't stop.
No. My tongue is shaking right now. It's hard to talk.
But look at me. Look at how I destroyed these wings.
That's how you do it. Woo! Okay.
Come.
So, we've reached the end. I know that was your pregame speech, but what do you got going on in work? Go ahead, look in the camera, plug something real quick.
Yeah. Talk about. And you keep talking. Cool. We kind of talked about this earlier. Welcome weekend starts August 26th. It's gonna be wonderful 3 days to get you acclimated to AU culture and life. Come ready, come excited, come ready to meet some friends. You get out what you put into it. We want you here. We believe you're here for a reason. We want you to experience all that AU has to offer. I'm excited for you. I believe God has great things in store for you. Ready to get this year going. COVID was a crazy year. You guys have endured so much, but we're ready for you to leave your AU mark. Love you guys.
Man, hey, thanks so much for doing the show. Nii Abrahams, Zach Wadley, this has been AU Hot Ones.